here to support the Ministry of Education, the Department of Special Needs Education, to advocate for early identification and assessment of children for their skills and their different abilities. Many of our good and gifted children have been left out, thinking that they were stubborn, they are not listening, they are not settled. Their teaching and their learning is taken generally just like the other children. And yet if they were identified early, somehow their teaching and learning would be designed to meet their different learning needs.
Today's meeting was very wonderful. I've been part of the development of this identification tool, and it's crucial. It's something that we also focus on as an organization, that early identification is key in offering the right support for the right people.
Our Member of Parliament was here, and the bigger decisions of policy and laws happen at that level. So that is going to help us even as we go as a sector to present our budget. We have an ally at that level, and that's very, very, very critical.
This tool is very important because it's actually a departure point. For us to know that there are children with special needs in school, what is important is identification.
We do believe in the sector and in my directorate that every child matters, every child, and that every child can achieve academically, can achieve socially, and eventually be able to achieve financially when he's grown.
How do we make sure that every child has gone through the identification criteria so that their abilities and all other things are identified as early as possible, and either to rule out whether they have any challenges is made clear?
I'm happy to see a variety of people, both within the education sector but also outside the education sector, especially CRANE, coming in to support us to push that cause forward.
So we are here to increase awareness among the teacher educators, among the policy makers, among the planners, that hold on, we are all not the same. We are differently abled. Can there be resources to cater for all of us depending on our abilities?
The way forward is to introduce our colleagues who are not here at school level, at the district level, to this tool, so that we use it. As I said, it is going to become a national tool for identification by the teachers. We need to train the teachers, we need to make the district staff aware, we need to work even the parents aware, so that when they identify these children having those problems which are listed on the tool, they are able to suspect there's something wrong and even report to the teachers at school.
We need to interact with the minister. You know, the minister did not come. I have recommended that we should interact with the education committee of parliament. I feel that after some time we need another meeting to review progress made towards implementation of recommendations and agree on further action points.
Our dream is to have this tool subjected to every child.
It needs to be done from where children start from their homes and from their schools. And after that, that's when we can formally assess if necessary and then decide what support they need. So that the prioritization that was mentioned, the prioritization of resources instead of just a lack of resources, becomes the decision that needs to be made.
We want to ensure that there is no child with a special need who is left behind when it comes to examination. They are all involved in examination processes, they are marked fairly, all their needs are met, all their concerns are met, and that's very important to us. And more especially, we want to involve more on the area of identification. We have to ensure that these children are identified at the school level. We make sure that we visit these children to assess their examination needs, and we have to make sure that their needs educationally are met.
In our case, in our organization, we are looking forward to also using this tool and introducing it when appropriate, once it's been fully approved.
Part of our duty as Directorate of Education Standards is to ensure that policies are implemented. And so that, when it comes out as a policy, will be our key output to make sure that sensitization is done, identification is done, and where there are problems, it's us who raise a red flag to the sector and say, this was approved, but there's a problem here, can it be addressed? My commitment is that my team will be brought on board and we should be part and parcel, not only of the sensitizing of the community, but of seeing whether the structures in place are doing their part to achieve that objective.